What if every single time you touched your phone, you were quietly handing the steering wheel of your entire brain to a company that doesn't even know your name? That's what Ryan woke up to at 29, when one dead battery on a random Sunday forced him to sit in total silence for 10 full seconds, and he almost had a panic attack because his brain had forgotten how to be alone with itself. Ryan's phone was basically glued to his body. He wasn't exaggerating. It was the first thing he touched in the morning and the last thing at night. Alarm at 6:45 a.m., eyes still half shut, thumb already unlocking, straight to TikTok before his feet hit the floor. Shower, phone on the bathroom counter blasting reels on speaker. Brushing teeth, phone propped against the mirror, skipping through 15-second videos so fast he barely saw them. On the toilet, Reddit rabbit holes that lasted 45 minutes. Walking to the subway, headphones in, YouTube on 1.75 times speed, eyes down, bumping into people. At his marketing job, phone face up right next to the keyboard, lighting up every 6 seconds with Slack, texts, Instagram DMs, fantasy football updates, random group chats blowing up. Lunch, 30 minutes of stories, reels, tweets, memes. Gym, phone in the cup holder filming every set for proof he was there. Cooking dinner, phone leaning against the spice rack, playing some dude yelling about crypto or dating advice. Eating dinner, phone in the left hand, fork in the right. In bed with Sarah, phone under the pillow on silent, but still vibrating every few minutes. Fell asleep mid-scroll, woke up doing the exact same thing. Every single day. His weekly screen time report was horrifying, 98 hours some weeks. That's 14 hours a day. He'd laugh when friends showed theirs at 6 or 7 hours and say amateurs. He bragged about it like it made him better, more connected, more in the know. Meanwhile, his brain was fried. He couldn't finish a single thought without a notification yanking him away. Couldn't read more than 2 pages of a book without reaching for the phone. Couldn't watch a movie without pausing 12 times to check one thing. Couldn't have a 5-minute conversation without his eyes flicking down to the screen. He forgot his mom's birthday 2 years in a row. Forgot to pick Sarah up from the airport once because he was watching some dumb live stream. Forgot what quiet felt like. His body was falling apart, eyes bloodshot and stinging by noon every day. Neck permanently tilted forward like he was always looking for a lost contact lens. Shoulders and upper back locked up so tight, he paid a chiropractor $120 a week just to crack him back into shape. Headaches that started at 3 p.m. like clockwork. Sleep was a joke, 4 or 5 hours max, because blue light until 2 or 3 a.m. meant he woke up feeling like he'd been hit by a truck. He gained 35 pounds in 18 months because cooking felt like too much effort when he could order Uber Eats while watching shorts. His attention span was gone. He'd open an email, get a buzz. 30 minutes later, he was watching some guy rank fast food French fries and had no idea how he got there. His relationship with Sarah was on life support. She'd try to tell him about her day, and he'd nod while liking tweets. She'd plan date nights, and he'd spend half of them answering quick work messages. They stopped having real sex because he'd rather scroll than be present. One night, she cried in the shower because he chose a Reddit thread over comforting her after a fight with her sister. He heard her through the door, opened TikTok, and laughed at a cat video instead of knocking. He didn't even realize how bad it was until she started sleeping on the couch 3 nights a week. The Sunday that broke him started like every other. He rolled over, reached for the phone on the nightstand, and nothing. Screen black. Dead. Charger was across the room because he'd fallen asleep watching videos again. For the first time in literally years, he had to sit there in bed with no screen. 10 full seconds of nothing. His heart started pounding. Hands got sweaty. Breathing got fast and shallow. He actually panicked like a junkie looking for a fix. Jumped out of bed so fast he stubbed his toe, hopped across the room, slammed the charger in, and stood there staring at the 0% battery icon like his life depended on it. While it crawled to 1%, he caught his reflection in the dark screen, and something clicked so hard it hurt. He looked like crap, puffy eyes, gray skin, neck folded forward. And in that second, he realized he was straight up addicted. Not, I use my phone a lot addicted. Full-blown, shaking, life-controlled by a piece of glass addicted. He opened the screen time report later that morning. 15 hours and 47 minutes the day before. 15 hours. A whole waking day handed over to apps that made money when he was miserable and distracted. He sat on the kitchen floor, phone in his lap, and started crying. Big, ugly, snot everywhere crying. Sarah found him there and thought someone died. He looked up and said, "I think my phone is killing me." That same day, he did the hardest thing he'd ever done. He turned the phone completely off, took the SIM card out with shaking fingers, put it in a plastic bag, and locked it in a drawer in the hallway. Told Sarah, "I'm done. I can't do this anymore." She thought he was breaking up with her. He said, "No, I'm breaking up with the thing that's been living in my hand and stealing my actual life." He made one rule and wrote it on the biggest sticky note he could find, slapped it on the fridge. "My attention is mine, not theirs." Week 1 was pure torture. His hands felt empty. He'd reach for a phone that wasn't there 100 times a day. Brain screaming for hits like a slot machine addict. He'd stand in the kitchen staring at the wall because he didn't know what to do with silence. He almost caved on day 3 when work blew up his email. But Sarah took his laptop too and said, "You can fight me or fight the addiction. Pick one." He picked the addiction. He replaced every single phone habit with something real. Morning scroll became coffee on the balcony watching dogs and old people in clouds. Toilet Reddit became stretching or just sitting there like a normal human. Gym filming became actually feeling his muscles burn and breathing hard. Cooking became music on an old speaker and chopping onions slow enough to cry from the onions instead of stress. Dinner became looking Sarah in the eyes and asking about her day and actually listening. Bed became reading paper books until he passed out with the book on his face. He bought a real alarm clock for $12 on Amazon so the phone never came in the bedroom again. Turned grayscale on so everything looked boring. Deleted TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Snapchat, fantasy football apps, all of it. Kept only texts, phone calls, maps, and camera. Set app limits that locked him out after 20 minutes. Told his boss, no Slack or email after 6 p.m. or on weekends, ever. His team freaked out for 2 days, then realized the world didn't end. The first month felt like quitting smoking, caffeine, and sugar at the same time. Headaches, mood swings, boredom so intense he'd pace the apartment. But then tiny wins started showing up. He finished an entire book in 4 days. Had a 2-hour conversation with Sarah where he never once looked away. Cooked actual lasagna from scratch and ate it without a screen in sight. Took a walk with no headphones and heard birds and kids laughing and wind in the trees. Slept 9 hours straight and woke up without that hungover fog. His body healed fast. Eyes stopped burning. Neck started straightening out. Headaches gone. Lost 20 pounds in 3 months because real food tasted better and moving felt good again. His chiropractor said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." Work got better too. Deep focus for 4 hours beat distracted multitasking all day. He got a raise and a keep doing whatever changed from his boss. 1 year later, his screen time is under 2 hours a day and he protects it like it's the most expensive thing he owns. He got promoted again because real thinking beats scattered thinking every time. He and Sarah talk until 3 a.m. some nights just because they want to. They take weekend trips and leave both phones in the hotel safe. He remembers birthdays, anniversaries, inside jokes. He can sit on a park bench for an hour and feel calm instead of empty. He reads 2 books a month. He cooks dinner like it's an event. He looks people in the eyes when they talk. He still has a phone, still uses it. But now it's a dumb brick that makes calls and texts and takes pictures. The second it starts feeling smart again, he resets it. If your phone owns your brain right now, do this tonight. Open your screen time report. Look at the real number. Then write, "My attention is mine, not theirs," on something you'll see first thing tomorrow. Turn the screen grayscale. Delete the one app that steals you the most, and leave the phone outside your bedroom for 1 single night. Just one. Wake up and feel what it's like to own your own morning again. Ryan still has that sticky note on his fridge 3 years later, edges curled, ink fading. Some weeks he barely glances at it. Some days he reads it out loud like it's the most important sentence in the apartment. Either way, he got his mind back, and he's never giving it away again. Watch the next story about the girl who ended 15 years of people pleasing with one sentence she started practicing in the mirror every single day.